All right, I am back. Today we have a time lapse going in Clip Studio Paint. So I just got Clip Studio and I've been painting pretty much exclusively on my iPad Air, which honestly has been an amazing experience. Procreate is awesome. It's kind of what got me started in digital art. I've been very happy with that. But I realized over time I was spending many hours every day hunched over my desk and over my iPad, and it occurred to me that maybe doing that for years on end is not the best idea. You might want to look into some other options to use in addition to. I'm definitely not done with art on the iPad. It's just too wonderful, but I think it's good to have a different ergonomic position to draw in. So I went and bought a tablet, I don't even know what they're called. It doesn't have a screen, but they come with a pen, they sit flat on your desk, and then you look at your computer screen. You hook it up to your PC. I bought one called the Deco Pro by a company called XP Pen. They're pretty affordable. It's a really inexpensive way to get into digital art, and I really have liked the painting and drawing experience. It's hard to beat the Apple Pencil. The Apple Pencil is just kind of amazing, and so is the iPad, but it's good to be able to sit upright and have my head looking straight ahead of me while I do some work. So anyway, I got Clip Studio after making that purchase, and I opened it up and decided I'm gonna try some clouds. I'm still working on figuring out clouds. They're kind of shockingly complicated. You would think clouds are roughly, sphere kind of shaped, puffy objects that you would be able to light pretty easily, and man, I'm still figuring it out, still learning. So at the start of this particular painting, I've already laid down quite a bit, different shades and hues, just with the regular round brush in Clip Studio. And then I went and bought a brush pack by a gentleman named Ray Frenden, I believe, which includes hundreds of brushes for Clip Studio, probably more than I will ever need or use. And I thought I would come in here for an evening and just see if I could render some clouds. I had an idea of this spaceship kind of flying through this scene, or like a rocket coming up through the clouds. And so I wanted to just render these distant ones with a little bit more clarity and specificity, so your eye would kind of go there as you look to this aircraft and then over to the clouds. I never really got them to where I wanted them to be. There are sections that look pretty good and sections that I'm not really happy with. I've painted this one specific sort of bulbous cloud entity here on kind of the distant right, which I ended up really happy with. I'm really happy with the way that one specific section looks, but I wasn't really able to replicate it anywhere else in the painting. I think it was mostly luck, not skill. So we're gonna have to keep working on the cloud skills. I even had a couple reference images up to kind of get an idea of how to do these, and I feel like most of what's in here either looks kind of wispy and vague, which is cool. That's fine. Or I have some sections that look more like ice cream. I'm not trying to draw sky ice cream. I was trying to draw clouds. So yeah, at some point I realized that this was just a little experiment, a little thing I was doing over the evening, and I was not really wanting to spend days like going over this with a fine-tooth comb and making it really perfect or really good. And you know what? I ended up drawing one little bit of clouds that I was happy with. So I decided at some point to call that good and to work on just making this as finished as I was ever really going to make it. So I went and started painting in a rocket down here in kind of the lower left-hand corner. And I thought it'd be cool if it was kind of coming up out of the clouds and maybe sort of lighting some of these darker clouds with the engines, like a little bit of like a sci-fi feel kind of thing maybe was the goal. I don't know that I pulled it off, but yeah, I'm happy for how this turned out for just, an hour or two worth of work. The thing is, you don't have to take every single thing that you paint super seriously. Sometimes it's kind of fun just to goof around and try some new stuff. I tend to feel when I open a new document like the gravity of this thing becoming something I'm really proud of, and I don't think it always has to be that. Sometimes you can just practice or have fun. And that's something that I think I need to remember and remind myself of. You know, I don't do this for a living or anything, so I think it's good to even remember that really enjoying it is kind of the whole reason to do it at all. And I've been spending pretty much every evening just sitting at my desk painting, and honestly, it's the most wonderful, relaxing exercise to the point of calling it therapeutic, honestly. So that's a good enough reason in and of itself, regardless of what you end up with at the end. I do have to say that overall, the environmental feel of this with the lighting and the kind of layers of clouds, that part of this I feel like I'm quite happy with, and it turned out pretty cool, and it feels like what I was going for. Some of the details, you know, maybe not there so much. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you are well. Don't forget to enjoy your art. We'll talk to you soon.